What's up, my beautiful people? It's your boy Brian. Welcome back to the channel, and today I am joined by the lovely. And yeah, so this is the first time you guys meet my lovely lady.
Hi.
And today we're doing I guess a video. I've only seen the beginning of this video, but it's a woman basically telling other women to look out for these signs about how their men are low value, which is pretty jacked up. So this is weird. Like, what do you think about the dating market these days?
It's, to say the least, not very great. I think it's my first time reacting to this video.
Yeah,
I have no idea what it's about, and so
I haven't really reacted to the video either. I saw like 1 minute of it, and I was like, yeah, no, I gotta
do a video.
I gotta do a video on this.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna check this video out, and without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's go.
Dear elegant ladies, now there might be 7 signs that you are dating a loser. Okay, when I say loser, I don't necessarily mean a loser. To tell you the truth, the low quality man was too long to write in the title, so let's keep it simple by just calling him a loser today. But in reality, I'm really referring to any form of man that might not be worthy of your time, your effort, and your love whatsoever. Sadly, in our society, a lot of women are being desperate, a lot of women are wasting too much time on the wrong type of man, and in this video, we are stopping with that behavior as of right now. Now, before we start with point number 1, you need to be aware that, of course, there might be some things that are going to sound...
Let's stop right there. What do you think? How do you think this video is gonna go?
Well, first off, she started off with a loser.
Hold on a second.
A low quality man.
So judging by just the first, a minute we're in, and yeah.
7 tips to figure out if you're dating a loser. That's really mean.
You're so cute. You're so cute and sensitive. But
well, I also think that I didn't notice she had a wedding ring.
She's married. I didn't even.
I didn't see she was married, so I would take it very lightly. The advice you're getting from somewhere, know where your source is coming from. If the person is not married, hasn't been married, in a successful relationship, you shouldn't be taking advice from them.
Yeah, but I think a lot of women these days actually do that. So like they listen to their girlfriends who are single about dating advice, and I'm like, who are you to give dating advice when you've been single for years? But
exactly.
It is what it is. Let's continue the video.
So far, it's off to an amazing start.
Gotta love it.
Sound like the partner you are with right now. I'm not telling you to leave him, but I'm telling you that maybe you should start thinking about setting boundaries and your own self-worth.
You mean think about maybe leaving him?
Sign number 1.
Essentially.
Yeah, basically.
If he expects you to go 50-50 in the relationship with him, or if he wants to split the bill with you. Now, I'm not going to go too deep on this subject because I've already spoken so much on the subject on my channel, why I believe men should pay more than women in a relationship. But this is all bound to the fact that society is not equal for men and women. First of all, we are not 100% equals, and we can never become equals simply because biologically we are not built equally, okay? Men have a certain advantage biologically speaking than women, because we are the caretakers, we're the ones who carry the child, etc. We might never have the same equal opportunity to make the same career, to make the same amount of money, etc. Plus, as you know, on the job market, women tend to earn less than men.
There's a reason why, honey.
It's just a sad reality, even though, of course, things are changing.
We're not even halfway there yet, and I'm already losing my mind. So now she's talking about the gender pay gap, which we already know is BS. Like, there's a reason why men get paid more. We have the more dangerous jobs. Like,
they have the harder jobs.
I was doing sanitation,
waste management.
Yeah, I was doing like
there's men that do construction work. They go on the roofs to do the roofing, replacing all of that, doing the skyscrapers, building all of that. And
so
then you have
ladies in the comments, I mean, tell me, are you gonna go get paid $100,000 a year for going into sewers and cleaning up clogs and all that stuff, or are you just gonna have a nice little
comfy job,
office job? Exactly. So like there is a reason why men get paid more. There's a reason why men don't live as long as women do. Is because we have these dangerous jobs to deal with.
And 50-50, you shouldn't go 50-50 in a relationship. I'm wondering if she's meaning 100 and 100, because when you're in a relationship, you should give 100%.
Right.
They should give 100%.
I think she means money-wise, though.
Oh.
So, like, if you take me to dinner, don't expect me to, give anything towards the tip or, nothing at all. So it's just the man has to pay for everything, basically.
That's hard for the man. That's stressful for the man.
Well.
And so I think as a woman, as his woman, you should also be there to say, hey, if you don't got it, I got it.
Exactly.
Because there's going to be times where you're not going to be 100%. I'm going to be 100. You're going to be at 0. You're going to be 80. I'm going to be 20.
Right.
It goes both ways in a relationship. And if all that pressure is on your husband or your partner, that's a sign of... That's a really bad sign.
It's stressful. It is. But that is the delusion these days. Most women these days expect you to just give them an arm and a leg.
I've seen these videos of women are like, I want a $50,000 ring.
50,000.
50,000.
You're insane.
I want my man to make 500,000 a year. Like, where in your mind, your delusional mind, is that acceptable? It's like... And keep in mind, these women, they don't dress very well. When I mean well, I mean properly. They don't speak well. They speak, They speak very masculine. They have very masculine energy.
Yeah, men just want a feminine woman. That's it. Like, just...
Peace.
Peace,
Peace. Be his happiness. Make him laugh. Much.
But let's keep going and see what else, what great advice this lady has in store for us.
But not only that, women also have different types of expenses than men simply because they are women. We actually have to spend more to keep ourselves attractive. And of course, we are attractive because men want us to be attractive. Women spend more on clothes than men. Women spend more on sanitary products than men. Women spend more on beauty products than men, etc., etc., etc. Sorry. So if he wants to go 50-50 in the relationship, that just simply shows that he doesn't want to step into this masculine role. Plus, he is not a provider, and he might not even be generous. So I don't know if those are the qualities that you want to work with in this relationship. I'm not forcing this upon you. If you are fine with this, that's absolutely okay.
No, it's not okay. She's just... It's not okay.
As a woman, to expect that the man has to pull some financial load a bit more than the woman in the relationship. Sign number 2 that you are dating a loser, and that is if he makes you feel weird or crazy or a psychopath or clingy, if you want commitment from him. And when I say commitment, ladies, I'm talking about being in a relationship. Are we an item? Are we not? Or let's say you want to have an engagement, or let's say you want marriage, or you want kids, etc. There are so many men out there who paint the picture as if the woman is the psycho who wants these things. That something is wrong with her. Like stop pushing me type of thing.
All right, what do you think about what she just said right now? Basically, women are psychos for wanting men to be committed and stuff like that.
I do agree with this one to an extent.
To an extent.
Because I think it should be, notified early on in the relationship if you're wanting something serious. Date with intentions.
Right.
And so you're not doing the runaround. Like, okay, I've been seeing this guy or talking to this guy for 9 months and I want something more. Okay, we'll have that conversation. Like, sometimes girls don't want to put themselves out there because they're afraid of rejection. It's like, just be forthcoming. It's like, if you want something, you go for it. Like, I went for him. I'm the one that hit you up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you love bragging about that.
I do. And so I was like, I saw it. Oh, I like it. I want it. And I hit you up first.
You hit me up. So what I think is, I agree to a certain extent, like you said, but it's like you also can't force somebody into a relationship. So, but making you feel psycho about it, I get that part. Like, don't make you feel crazy for wanting a relationship. But at the same time, if the guy does not want you, the guy isn't making steps to show you that he wants a relationship, then
that's a sign for you to
to dip.
It's just
you
not
got to make the decision. Are you going to stay and hope that later down the road he wants a relationship, or are you just going to call it quits? I mean, I know you shouldn't quit for the things you want, but if the guy's not showing that he wants to be with you, then that's it. It's his decision if he wants to stay in a relationship or not. So.
And then a sign of also quitting, it doesn't mean that you're a failure at it. Sometimes it takes strength to just say, I gotta move on.
Yeah.
And I wish you the best, and unfortunately it just wasn't what you wanted, what I wanted. But I want
don't waste people's
more.
Time. That's it.
Yeah, don't waste
wasting
time.
Like, time is very precious.
Right.
And you sitting around here playing around with somebody who's just not in it like fully, then that's it. Just chill. Just there's plenty of people out there who want the same thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just don't be sitting around waiting for somebody to put a ring on your finger. If he doesn't want you, he doesn't want you. That's it.
The woman is the psycho who wants these things. That something is wrong with her. Like stop pushing me type of thing. This is the thing. I'm not saying it should only be the way us women want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to give birth tomorrow, doesn't mean that that's fair, okay? But there has to be a way when we meet halfway. This is the disadvantage of being a woman. We have a body clock to think
Did she just say don't go 50-50?
But
there has to be
years waiting for him
halfway.
to finish clubbing, and then maybe then he will decide if he wants to marry or not. But again, a little disclaimer, there are of course valid and reasonable situations when sometimes you do need to give a person a little bit of time, a little bit of space. But this is where I'm talking about. Meet halfways. Don't let it just be how he wants it. Don't let it only be how you want it. It has to be an equal opportunity. That's what we want.
She is completely contradicting herself.
Yeah, I was like, isn't she contradicting
She's
herself
completely
a lot?
so we're losers if we don't give you this thing.
But then you have to compromise.
Uh-huh.
But there's no compromise on certain things.
But she just said no 50-50.
Just monetary, I guess. She wants all the money, but she wants it 50-50 on certain things.
I guess it's like, when she's okay with it. But she's right now saying you can't have it your way and she can't have it her way. So
I get
I'm so confused.
Happy wife, happy life vibes from this woman here.
No, enough of that stupid saying. I made a video on that. Go watch it. But enough of that crap. That happy wife, happy life. What happened to happy partner?
Happy spouse, happy house.
There you go. Thank you.
Yes.
Number 3, that you're dating a loser if he is flaky, ghosts you, vanishes, or is completely unreliable.
Okay.
Oh, haven't we all met this type, ladies? Now, this is such a classic scenario, especially, haven't we also met so many women who are like, oh, I love him so much. So she basically accepts that type of behavior, or she puts up with it because, well, I don't really have anything better going on for myself. Well, I kind of like this guy, You see what I mean? There is no excuse for a man to be unreliable or flaky. I need to tell you one thing, that rule number 1 in dating is that if he doesn't keep his promises, if he's unreliable, if he ghosts you, then one time, okay, things happen. Second time, bye. Ladies, you don't deserve to be with somebody who cancels on you last minute for basically no reason, or repeatedly doing this as part of his behavior. I mean, there are so many examples that I think we all have been through with flaky men and men who simply gives us all these promises and then nothing ever happens.
What do you think?
I do agree on this one. It does, of course, go both ways. For men, don't settle either. For women who are flaky, ghost, and unreliable. But it shows early on in the relationship, if they're already doing that type of behavior, what kind of level of respect does he have for you? Especially if the communication's already not even there. Like if you're communicating, oh, I'm so sorry, this thing just happened. It's like, oh, I understand. Let's see if we can reschedule. But if it's like a constant thing that just keeps happening, let me ask you this. When men do this, they got someone else on the side, a better option to smash, how this generation says it, like, okay, speak.
All right, I'll give you the guy.
Yes.
I'll understand. I'm gonna tell you. I hope I'm not giving away any secrets right now. I hope the guys don't hate me. But so if a guy is like super into you at first, you guys are chilling, you guys are having a good time, there's no issues, whatever, and then he starts ghosting you, it's probably he either has a side piece, has another girl he's talking to, while you guys were hanging out, he saw something he didn't like. Like you did something that he kind of just, I guess what they call an ick these days. He got an ick on something you did and decides, you know what, I don't like that. So that's going to be enough for me to...
Just ghost, not even say anything?
Some people don't like confrontation, I guess. But I think more and more, like more these days, guys are just straight up like, yo, I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Peace. That's probably, I think that's the main one. I think that whole ick thing, like you find something you don't like and that's enough for you to just be like, I'm done.
Or if you gave it up already, and then he just vanishes and ghosts you right after you gave the cookie.
Maybe you guys, did the do and he didn't like how you do. I don't know. He didn't like how you were in bed or something like that, or I don't know.
Or he tapped it and he's like, I got what I wanted to the next.
Hey, some guys don't.
There's guys out there like that.
All right, but some guys don't want commitment. That's a conversation you guys should have before you guys decide, what you want to do after that. So
date intentional. Noble crap. Date intentional.
Oh yeah. Let the girl know straight up what you want.
Mm-hmm. And then let him know what you want. Yeah. Like straight up, I'm looking for this. Like, is that something you're into? Especially when you're into our age. When you're no longer in your 20s and
make it sound like we're 40 or something.
But we're in our early 30s, and at this age, you're wanting...
Yeah, you don't waste your time.
You don't waste your time. You want to be intentional. You want to make sure, I want to eventually be married. I would love to be a mother. Would you love to be a father? You want to own a home. So, like, start having those conversations early on into the relationship so nobody wastes their time, I would say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Sign number 4. You're dating a loser if he lacks depth, has no other interest than watch football, drink beer, play video games, and watch porn. Obviously, this is generalization, this is stereotyping, etc. It's just a metaphor in this case. This could be translated in all kinds of different shapes, sizes, and forms. In reality, all I'm saying that it's about a man who lacks depth.
So if he has hobbies?
Stereotype that women,
hold on, because I'm gonna run through one.
Be airheads, especially blonde women. So they say that a woman can easily be an airhead, a dumb bimbo, a blondie, all of those horrible stereotypes. But come on, have you never heard about the fact that a man can equally be so, and the fact that actually in this world there are so many of them? Oh yes, I have met many of them. They even exist in high society, believe it or not. First of all, I think we can all say that it's not very attractive. I don't really know what you're going to have in common with each other. I do believe, though, that since you are here on this channel, you're probably very elegant and cultivated and have a brain going for yourself that you don't really want to be with somebody who is less intelligent than you.
She's really stirring the pot. So basically...
A man who has hobbies is a loser.
Yeah, pretty much. So I play video games. I mean, I don't spend all day playing video games, but you're telling me if I have a hobby, like if I watch football,
any sport, you want to go out, hang out with the guys, once a week to
Yep.
get some drinks or something.
Yep, I'm a loser.
You're a loser. And then I don't want to touch the subject about the last thing, the corn.
Yeah. No, I got to comment on that one for sure.
Okay.
I agree with her a little bit. Definitely sitting around watching porn. First of all, it's not good for you. I stopped doing that a very long time ago. It's really bad. It messes up your brain. So for the guys out there who are still watching this garbage, please stop. All this crap with OnlyFans, you're wasting your money on women who want nothing to do with you. It's pathetic. Like, I don't understand why that's still a thing. But yeah, definitely wasting time. Like, yes, of course you got your hobbies. You could play your video games. You can, play football, like sports, whatever. You go to the gym. That's okay. But wasting all of your time on it, like that's all you do. I think as a man, you definitely need to find something that will help you become a high value individual, a high value man, I guess. But yeah, so. And
I think that also, like, the high valued term, I don't think necessarily means like monetary either. It's good qualities of a man, what you look for in a potential partner, a husband, honest, kind, sweet, generous. He's a hard worker, even if he's working sanitation. He's earning an honest living. And so I think
that doesn't matter. You have to be a millionaire by the age of 25, and you're making six figures. Let's be honest, most guys are not making six figures unless they're in the stocks or they have their own business. Facts. So yeah, I find it really really funny, and you having a hobby. I'll share my hobbies with you, and then that way we have something to do together.
Yeah. While you're playing video games, I can build my tiny houses, and so tiny houses in the back. And so doing something that brings each other joy, is what matters. What both of you like, not what someone who's in the high elite society class has to say about your relationship. And there's nothing wrong with being average, an average job. It's honest living. It's being able to sleep at night peacefully, and you have your children with you and your spouse and a roof over your head. There's nothing wrong with that. And of course, if you want to progress in life, great. But don't put yourself down. Don't put your spouse down in the process of doing that, because it's each other against the problem.
I wonder how many videos, like how many fights this video cost. It's like, you're a loser.
Oh, honey, you're a loser because you're watching tons of football.
I saw some girl on YouTube, and she said you're a loser because you play video games.
Not a complete loser, though.
Not a complete loser, yeah.
But still a loser.
Yeah. Oh, no, I gotta... Yeah, no, it's this one. And back. Oh. And go.
You're gonna be talking to this man about for the rest of your life. Let's say you become married. I don't know. I think life is too short to waste with the wrong person. Make sure you find somebody you have things in common with. Sign number 5, that you're dating a loser, and that is if he lacks any form of basic gentleman skills. And with gentleman skills, come on, I think this is very universal. We don't even really have to pay attention to cultures. I think that holding up the door for a woman rather than throwing it in her face is basic manners all men kind of know about, right? Or let's say, as an example, you're walking next to the man and it's a little bit chilly, you're wearing a short sleeve top or something like that, and it's a little bit cold, and he doesn't offer to give his jacket to you. But one of the things that I see a lot, and this I think you also know, is when the man is so nonchalant, doesn't really care about his woman, he walks in front of her, he doesn't even wait for her, doesn't even look back to see if she's still behind him, so rude and not gentleman whatsoever. You know, small things like that that really shows if a man is a gentleman. And you know, I recently spoke about sex etiquette. When a man is selfish in bed, that's not gentleman. That's not nice. Especially considering how physically we are structured, where again, the woman has a more tougher card to play with than the man. Anyway, ladies, that was just a few examples of uncultured behavior from non-gentlemen. Give me some more examples down below in the comment section. I will be reading them all.
I agree with this. Being
Wait.
chivalry.
Hold on. I gotta tell you, I don't disagree at all.
Chivalry, it goes a long way. It's very kind, and it goes both ways. Respect your partner.
I don't disagree at all.
And you are so sweet. He does amazing things. Opens the car door, holds my hand to make sure I don't fall. Holds my hand when I'm going down the stairs too, and he pumps my gas. Because I don't like to pump my own gas anymore. And so just being kind and reciprocating that too. Making sure that your partner also, if he's cold, you see it, hey, let's just cuddle. Why don't we just do something like that? And so thinking of your partner, I think that goes a long way. Chivalry is not dead.
No, you just gotta find the right guy.
You gotta find the right person. And if he's doing the things that she said, like just ignoring you, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm. That is a red flag,
That's
though.
such a red flag. How is he just gonna walk in front of you and not even care if you're okay?
That's true.
Sign number 6. You're dating a loser if he starts manipulating you. Once you understand that, you know what? I need to set some boundaries in this relationship. I need to reclaim some unfairnesses that has been going on. So he starts saying that you're materialistic, you're the B word, you're a gold digger, or who knows, maybe he says, be quiet woman, who do you think you are? Sit down or go to the kitchen, go back to your place. I mean, truly, you might think that I'm joking right now, but there are many men like that. I think it is a warning sign. If a man is reacting aggressively, once you start setting fair boundaries. And when I say fair boundaries, because I know that it's hard to understand in the beginning, am I doing the right thing? Am I being too selfish now myself? Is this fair or not? But you really need to trust the situation, and you of course can take some advice from your surroundings as well. But if you are setting fair boundaries where you are not being too selfish now it's not just about what you want, it's about meeting halfway. That's what boundaries is all about. And the man reacts very harshly, very crazily. I think you need to be a little bit cautious of what you're dealing with, because potentially this could be a man that you should be stepping away from. There are men who are just narcissistic, selfish, or too defensive, or lack ability to do any form of change within themselves. Now, I don't know if that's worth to build a future with. So that could potentially be a situation where you have to choose yourself and choose your own needs first. Because believe me, there are men who are willing to meet you halfway, who are fine with certain boundaries in a relationship, and who are not expecting you to be a doormat or to do everything for him or to be it all about the way he wants things to be. Be careful, ladies. Sign number 7.
Hold on. This is a good one. All right, thoughts.
Well, I think this is a very sensitive subject.
Mm-hmm.
When you're dealing with someone who's abusive, financially, a narcissist, it's very dangerous. And so if you see any signs of that type of behavior, you want to make sure that you seek help, because it can go both ways. There's just like there's narcissistic men out there, there's narcissistic women out there. And so you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, of course, first. And it's just really sensitive.
Okay, I find funny what she said here, because it's like, okay, first of all, if you need to change somebody, then it's not going to work anyway, right? So, especially if the person is, older, as this person is an adult, that means that this person is already set in their ways, and they're not going to change regardless of what you do.
No.
So
They're
for you,
where they're at.
Yeah, for you to try and change someone, it's just not going to work. So if a person is selfish, that person's probably going to be selfish in the long run. The person is a mean person who's aggressive and nasty and tells you off and is mean when they don't get what they want. That person's not changing anytime soon. So you are wasting your time.
And then the sad thing is, you probably saw all of these red flags in the relationship before it got too serious.
Yeah.
But you have love for this person, so you ignore these red flags until it's too late. You're in too deep.
I guess that's the advice to go through, but don't ignore the red flags. I tell people all the time, though.
Don't ignore those red flags. Even if you obviously are so in love with this person, is it really love, though?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a hard question to ask yourself, because you don't want to lose something that you feel like you're really in love with, or you're like, who am I without that person? That right there isn't good. You don't want to lose yourself. And so reach out for help.
Absolutely. That is probably the worst thing, losing yourself to a person that used to be.
To please your partner.
You become someone completely different, and you're miserable, and you will regret the last, however long you're with this person.
And if you've had children, it's like, oh my god, and if you've bought a house, and so...
Or you're married.
Or you're married even, and it's harder at that point too, because you're like, well now I'm invested. Especially if you're a woman who doesn't work as well, and you're very reliant on your partner's income. Mm-hmm. That alone is very hard, and so you want to reach out for help, therapists, family members, if you're feeling any type of way that you're feeling unsafe somehow, or if you're finding out these signs, because you want to make sure that you yourself and your children are okay, as well as your children.
Oh my gosh, so we're finally at the last one. I hope it's a good one, because some of these were just like, what is wrong with this woman? I don't even know what to say. But let's see what happens. This is the last one.
He wants things to be and calculate. So I don't realize that you are being a loser. And that is, if you want a relationship with somebody who's partying all night long, every weekend, and cannot be without a loving with boys pretty much every weekend. Now, okay, one thing is if, let's say, you are 19 years old, both of you, or you are also in that type of lifestyle. But for anybody who is kind of, I don't know, in their 30s now, middle is quite well, I don't know. It's hard to label, but you all can understand where I'm maneuvering. The whole point is, this is a serious point in a relationship. So why does the family be partying every weekend, every Friday, every Saturday, all night long? Especially without you. You do that together as a couple, because you love to have fun, you love to drink, you love to dance, whatever. And she has essentially needs to be a party boy, and I don't really know what you are doing with it. It's just a bit strange that if somebody is in a relationship and still needs to be doing all that, it's a little bit of a warning stuff. But again, people are of course different, situations are different, so everything that I said in this video might not be 100% applicable in your situation, even though some of these signs resemble your partner. Think about, are you really being treated the way you deserve to be treated? Are you setting fair boundaries? Are both of you meeting each other halfway? That's what it really is all about.
Not
it's not just what he wants, it's also what you want.
All right. Thoughts on that last one?
I agree.
I agree.
If it's the partying all the time.
I mean, obviously, if a guy's going to the club without you, he's looking for something.
That's a major, major red flag. And he's prioritizing his nightlife over you and your family that you have at home. That's a problem.
Yeah, so the first two things that the two signs, I guess the first two signs were stupid.
Well, I guess we would say we didn't agree on those.
No, and then everything else was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Makes kind of sense. But you saying you're dating a loser for certain things, like having hobbies and not paying for every single thing, not going 50-50 in certain situations, which is stupid. Don't listen to that garbage, first of all. Like,
support each other in any shape or form, of course, that's healthy, obviously. And if your man is struggling financially, he hit a bump in the road and there's a detour, support him. You're there with each other in sickness and in health, especially if you're in a committed relationship. It's not going to be a walk in the park all the time. You know, there's no perfect marriage. It's hard work and it's dedication. It's commitment, whether it's through the trenches or through the rainbow. It's hard work. So you're supporting each other in every aspect.
Yeah, so the only thing I can say is, I mean, what is the new saying for us this year is like treat me how you want to be treated. That's it. So if you want me to act a certain way towards you, like whether it be like you're having a little argument or something like that, I'm not gonna disrespect you in the argument. We're gonna talk to each other, have an actual conversation. You're not gonna curse your partner out. If your partner is doing certain things that look like he's not ready for a commitment, then just cut the relationship there, or you guys can take a break and figure things out. If this person wants to be with you, then he will make he'll make that push to be committed with you. That's the advice I can give. So video wasn't completely wrong. There's certain things that I definitely did agree with her about, but it's the finances that kill me. Like you're talking about no 50-50 and nothing. So what are you bringing to the table, basically? I'm just paying for everything and you're just sitting pretty? Is that what you're telling me?
A relationship is hard work, and
it's not all about money. It's not all about,
It's about making a life together and both of you working hard to create that life that you want. And you're both walking on that journey.
Right.
And ladies, if a man really wanted you, he would do all things and drive far distances
to see you,
to
hang
whether
out.
It's 2 hours.
Yep.
Even if they work 13 hours a day.
Yeah, coming from a guy. If a guy is not hitting you up, he's saying he's too tired, he's not that interested.
He's not
that interested. Well, that was a long video.
I apologize.
No, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you guys did enjoy the video, please smash that like button.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
I will see you guys in the next
one.
video.
Bye.
Peace.